Welcome. I'm Dr. Steve Broe. I'm an executive coach, I'm an author, and I'm going to speak to you today about how to deliver an outstanding update speech to senior management. If you are a project manager, you basically have two situations in which you have to be very good in speaking to other people. The first situation is when you are facilitating discussion. You're talking to colleagues, you are brainstorming, you're getting information from people in your organization or perhaps outside vendors, trying to learn as much about your project as you can, and you're part of the team at that point. The second situation is when you are delivering an update to senior management, or perhaps it's not just an update, it's the final report on your project. This is an important event for your career. It's that situation that I'm going to be speaking to today. Now, I know how important it is to speak well before a senior management group. I had an opportunity that changed my life forever because how I presented my proposal. Back in 1994, Arizona passed a charter school law. It was now an opportunity for private operators to run public school programs with public monies. I worked for about 8 months putting together my proposal. I had a management plan. I had an education plan. I had a staffing plan. I had a nutrition plan. I got city approvals ready to open schools in different locations. There was a lot of work involved, and I documented everything. And my binder set was quite thick. And I delivered it to the State Board of Education. I was one of about 50 different applicants for a limited number of slots. And at the end of my proposal, where I was asked a lot of questions, I was turned down. But the State Board liked my proposal. They said, come back next year. We will have more opportunities to approve applications then. So I had about 8 months to revise my application, answer any questions. You can bet I worked very hard on my proposal during that period. I documented everything, got more information, came back to the State Board at the appointed day. I answered questions. And they turned down my proposal, or actually they said, come back next month. They still wanted to review what I'd put together. I came back the next month, answered more questions. They asked more questions. I came back the following month. That was the third month that year. And I heard the same thing happen again. They asked more questions of me without giving me any indication of where I was going. I was getting discouraged. And an insider with the State Board of Education told me, Steve, this just may not be in the cards. They may not be ready to fund a private business like yours with this kind of program. Do you think I was going to give up with that much time put into the program? I came back the next month. I will never forget the day. There were about 150 people in the room. Television cameras were trained on me. The State Board was sitting in a semicircular arch. And I answered questions for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I felt in my game that day. After the question and answer period, I heard the words that I had been waiting for 18 months. Mr. Broe, your application to run American grade schools is approved. And I went, yeah, all right, that's outstanding. And my emotions were high. I took my family out to dinner, and I celebrated. And I worked for the next 6 years on that program. And I want you to have that same kind of experience. To get there, you're going to have to work hard. I hope not an 18-month working hard period. When you go to your update, I don't want you to memorize your presentation. I want you to connect with the audience as people. Your senior management want to see you as a player with them, not as someone subservient answering questions, but someone who's got information and is making the company work. Do not memorize a script. Rather, know what major points you have to deliver and give it to them with authority and confidence. You're probably going to have a PowerPoint presentation. Please do not read your PowerPoint presentation to senior management. They know how to read. What they want to have is someone who can tell them with confidence, with authority, that you are delivering this project on time. Give yourself a time limit. Your presentation, well, according to one project manager I know, says about 5 slides of PowerPoint content. So it's got to be targeted, it's got to be focused, and enough time for questions and answers so that senior management feel like you have some give and take with them. Here's what leaders in your organization will want to know. Costs. Are you going to go over budget? What are the big challenges that you're facing in terms of costs? Schedule. Are you going to deliver this project on time? And third, what are the big risks or concerns that you have in this program? If you deliver on this set of materials, your managers will have confidence that you know what you're doing. In addition, you're going to be delivering a written presentation of your proposal with your PowerPoint. Proofread that carefully. Look through for grammatical errors, spelling mistakes. Make sure that your writing is clear. Have a colleague work with you on this. The organization of your presentation is vital. Show your audience the big picture right away and deliver a major point within the first minute. Then speak to your senior leaders and show them the decision-making process that you went to. What were the major points in which you had to make a choice, and what were the outcomes of that? Help them follow your reasoning as you've gone through this historical period together. And then conclude. But you're not done yet. The question and answer period is equally important to everything you've delivered, perhaps has more impact for you. I suggest that a week before your presentation, you enlist the help of a trusted colleague. Develop a list of 7 to 10 critical questions about your project. Review those questions, practice those questions, and pretend that a hard-hitting senior leader is asking those of you. And then, when you get to your delivery date, you'll be confident. Now, I know you'd like to have a question and answer period at the end of your presentation, but you're likely going to be interrupted by a senior leader. When it happens, smile. Welcome the experience and respond as you've prepared for it. You're the master of this project, and you know the best answer for your audience. You will also have a lot of detail that you're not going to cover in your presentation. Put that information in your written summary and in the appendix. With the kind of confidence that you are generating with your presentation, senior leaders may not even look at it. And that's where you want to be. You want to have a lot of confidence and trust that you are the right person leading this project. Create buy-in with the senior leaders. Let them feel like they own a piece of this project with you. Let them feel like they've helped create your success. And you will have the backing of a larger part of your organization that wants you to succeed. Good luck with your project update. I'm Dr. Steve Broe. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I help project managers develop an above-average income. Contact me, and let's work on your success together.